Hello everyone and welcome to the CJ Scott, the space within which we do transformation, inspiration, motivation and empowerment. I have all utmost hope that these interactions are helpful to you as they are to me. You know, while I do this, I also get to learn and to grow, and I'm hopeful that these interactions are very beneficial to you. I want to urge you, to get into a YouTube space, Chris J. Temo, that's the YouTube channel right there. And then you get to, follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then like and share as many as possible the videos that you find over there, because there's quite a number of them. And not just the videos with the CJ Scott, various material right there, including my music. My album is coming up very soon, and so my music is out there. The lyrical videos that have been done there, and so I hope that as we interact, you keep on getting and growing from all resource that is available to you. Well, so sometimes we talk spiritual matters, sometimes we speak relational matters, sometimes we speak leadership and just general life issues. That's why the acronym with this space is TIME, Transformation, Inspiration, Motivation and Empowerment, because I'm looking forward to walking the journey with you to grow you into the whole person that you are supposed to be. Talking about growing into the whole person that you're supposed to be, then let's talk today about developing the leader within you. Developing the leader within you. And I've shared in some of the episodes that we have had that, everybody is a leader. Everybody makes decisions daily. You're faced with vision. You're faced with decisions. You're faced with purpose every single day. There are times when you've got to take options. You've got to give direction. So in everyone's life, in a sense, you're going to have to take the lead. And the greatest leadership that you must take is the leadership over self. Because when you can lead yourself, it becomes easy to lead other people, especially those then who don't know how to lead themselves. They will follow you, even if not in an organized way. They will follow you because then you inspire them, and they can see how you do things about your life, and they begin to model from you. They use you as their model, they use you as their prototype, and then they begin to do the same thing. So you find yourself ending up as a leader or an influencer over the lives of those people. Well, to get yourself into the place where you become a leader, and a significant leader at that, you must move from the first level, which is being laid back. The first level most people are at is a laid back level. One time I was just moving around, and then I stumbled into this car. I was thinking concepts on leadership, and then I stumbled into this car, which is not an extraordinary thing, because you probably do that like nearly every day. And I saw this car ahead of me, and it had the L sign. And so it just hit me, this L sign. That was leadership right there. It was before me, and it hit me that there are certain things about us that we must have if we're going to be the leader that we need to be. And becoming a significant leader, that's what I want to talk about. So I'll give you several L's. And the first one is moving from the place of the laid back. For some people, their L sign is that they're laid back. They don't like to take initiative. They don't like to drive. They don't like to go forward. They don't like to be the ones in the front line. They don't want to be the one who has the responsibility of decisions that were made. No. They want to follow. They want to be there. They can even be a support system, but they do not want the responsibility to be on them. So they will always wait for everybody to agree. They will always wait for there to be a certain consensus, direction. They will always wait for there to be little risk, because they're very laid back. They don't want to be in the front line. Now, you cannot become a significant leader if you're a laid back kind of a person. You must have self-motivation, you must have self-belief, you must have self-drive, and you must know that you're going to make some mistakes in life, and you must learn how to deal with those mistakes, how to deal with blame, criticism, conflict, how to have people that you are leading talking against you or about you, not agreeing with your decisions or not liking your ideas, even wanting to remove you from the place that you are in. You've got to be very comfortable with that, because if you're not, then you're going to be the kind of person that is very laid back. The second level that I will talk about today is the learner. There are those now who move from the place of laid back, they're completely disinterested, to the place where they want to learn. So you're this leader who is eager to learn. That's the place where they look for mentors, they find books, they're always trying to find a way of growing in one way or the other. They go to school, expose themselves to different environments because they become a learner. They don't feel like they have gotten there yet, but then they feel like, you know what, I can learn, I can read, I can grow, I want to know what to do. So they ask questions, they go into places, they spend money on training, they travel, they will be with their other leaders or something. They become learners, and they're taking down notes. They're listening to conversations, they're observing things that are happening around them. That's a very good place for anybody to be at, because the more you learn, the more you grow. And that's a very exciting place also, because you see, when you are hungry for knowledge, you just keep on feeding and feeding and feeding, and you really get to draw in a lot at that particular point. It's a very good place for personal growth. So it's important then for you to get to the place of the learner. And then you get to the place where you look for ladders. That's the third stage. You look for the ladders. Ladders are just, you know, the steps that you are taking to go towards where you want to go. It's a very important stage for you also, where you now take the challenge upon yourself and you say, I'm going to climb, I'm going to try, I'm going to do this. And you're not very sure, because most times ladders are not very firm. But you have got a few people holding down for you down there. That's the older way of doing it. And so you've got a few people who are holding down for you over there, and you say, I'm going to climb. I'm the one who's going up over there. It's a place where you've broken fear. It's a place where you are ready to take risk. It's a place where you are self-belief and you are standing out. Because you see, most people will stay down and they would rather hold the ladder. Now that's the people that I was talking about, the laid back kind of people. They would rather hold the ladder than climb the ladder. And you begin to develop your leadership skill at the point where you're willing to be the person that is climbing the ladder. You must understand that as you climb the ladder, there's going to be several things that will happen to you. And one of them is going to be that you are going to disconnect a bit with some people, make some people become a bit uncomfortable. But that must never stop you from climbing the ladder so that you achieve the things that you need to achieve. Now, as you climb the ladder, it is important for you to have this fourth aspect that I'm going to share with you, which is listening. As you climb the ladder, you must never stop listening. Now, I spoke about learning before, but then I'm talking about listening. Because when you go higher, when you start taking risks, when you begin to, in a sense, disconnect with the people, then sometimes you also lose touch with them, because you're becoming a positional leader. You're becoming probably an organizational leader. You started with just developing yourself as a personal leader, but now you've got people who are caucusing around you. They're coming around you, organizing themselves around you, and you have broken out of their ranks and you're going forward. Now, you must never stop listening. Otherwise, you will get to the place where your work always overrides the people that you're working with. It's important to know that the work must be done, but it is also important to know that the work can only be done with and through the people that you have with you. So if you're not listening, you may be focused on the work and you will be driving people into slavery. You may be breaking people. You may be, expecting from people things that they don't have the capacity to do because you're not listening. I'll have to say that, you see, you always must. As a shepherd, for example, you've got to check out on your sheep and find out. You're listening. You're trying to find out, are your sheep okay? You're not just expecting the sheep to bring out to you wool. Sometimes the sheep is wounded. Sometimes the sheep, you might see an animal that you have. If you're taking care of animals in the farm, you'll see that this animal today looks like it is not well or something. That's listening. It is the ability to pick up signals that are not very obvious. And so if you're going to become a significant leader, you must always remain to be a listening person. So you must move from the point of being a laid-back person to the place where you are a learner, to the place where you begin to take up the ladder and climb the ladder, and to the place where you're a listener. And then the fifth one is that you must always desire to leave a legacy. You must always desire to leave a legacy. You must think about legacy. How do you want people to remember you? What do you want people to remember about you? Beyond the power, beyond the things that would come, the affluence, beyond that, what would you want people to remember you? So you must build a legacy. Always be generational in your thinking. Well, that's all the time that I have for you today. Please like, share, and remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also get yourself the various materials that are available to you both on YouTube and on every other social media platform, so you find it out right there on your screen. But it's been so good hanging out with you right here on the CJ's Club.
Raise your hand. Somebody raise your hand.